But I wanted to acknowledge these people individually because they're awesome and they deserve it. I only knew Nick Farella through his performance last year with the drama program. And I was really excited when somebody told me, hey, I think Nick's going to audition for Ambassadors. I'm like, that's cool. And Nick came in and sang. And I think you played guitar, didn't you? Did you audition yourself? No, I'm sorry. I think it's somebody else. But what I found out about this guy is he's a meticulous performer. And he's a perfectionist, which is awesome. And not only that, but he's really fun to watch. We got done with our first show. That's my daughter Jalen. We got done with our first show back in the fall, and I got home and Jalen sitting in the kitchen, and she's like, "Who's the kid with the glasses?" I'm like, "That's Nick Farella." She's like, "He is so fun to watch." I'm like, "I know, right?" Anyway, Nick, for all of your awesome contributions this year, I can only say that I wish that we'd gotten more years together. But thank you so much for an awesome year. This is Nick too. This is Nick LaRosa. Nick LaRosa, what I knew of Nick LaRosa is I saw him walking in the hallway and he's got these red contacts that make him look like a vampire. And it's really creepy. And I was like, somebody said, man, Nick LaRosa's auditioning for a bachelor. I was like, oh yay. And he came in and again, just was like, holy smokes, what a great singer. Where have you been for the past 4 years? And Nick, too, has been involved in dramatic productions as well. You might have seen him in the play Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Yeah. But he's been a wonderful anchor in our bass section. He sings super low. I think elephants can hear some of his lower notes. But he shows up to rehearsal. He's always got a smile on his face. He never complains about a single thing. I'm just like, Nick, I need you to get on this unicycle and juggle these flaming batons, and all while you're doing some calculus. And he's like, okay, whatever you need. Nick LaRosa, everybody. This is first-year senior Shannon McDonough. And can you see she probably looked like a Campbell Soup kid when she was a little girl? She came in and auditioned. I had not seen her before. She came in and auditioned, and I was just like, wow, what maturity in her voice, and I've never seen this person before. And she came in and she's worked really hard. She's also like a bodybuilder type person, so she's always, when I go up to like, hey Shannon, I'm like, wow. Try not to anger her. But anyway, if you were here last night, you heard Shannon do her singing solo, and she killed Free Falling. Shannon, come on, everybody. This is Abigail Rocker. Or as we call her, Abigail Rockstar. Actually, her name's Abby. Abby has been just a bright light in Ambassadors this year. She's always got a smile on her face. She's always got love for everybody in the room. And not only that, but she's an awesome singer, as you just heard on Brave, right? Yeah, she came in, and again, first year, I kind of knew her older brother through video production, although he never sang. I was always trying to get him and this other kid to come join Ambassadors, right? He's like, no, it's not my thing. I'm fine. And I'm like, that's cool, dude. You had your chance, I'll take her. But Shannon's over here. Abby, sorry, that's you. But Abby, like when I say that Abby's been a light this year, she truly has. Just everything about her is about being positive and caring and taking care of her fellow ambassadors. And we're really going to miss that this year because that got us through sometimes when we really needed that. So thank you for an awesome, even though it was one, it was awesome. Thank you. This is Cordero Alvarado. The first time I worked with Cord was last year in our production of Bye Bye Birdie. He played Conrad Birdie. And we had a great time together. It was a lot of fun. And that February he said I was going to audition for Ambassadors and has and got in. And Cord is like the wild card. And I say that in the best possible way, I really do. We just went to Memphis a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to tell the story. We check in luggage, and to make sure that everything's cool and nobody's bringing anything they shouldn't, I sometimes will say, hey, can I see what you packed? You know? And so Cord opens his bag, and I'm like kind of looking around his clothes and socks and shit and kid, whatever, and I'm like, there's like 25 lightsabers in his bag. And I was like, good Cord, what's... And his response was, epic lightsaber duel. Okay. And apparently, in Cord's room, there was an epic lightsaber battle. But I also want to say that Cord's a really loving person. He's a very caring person. And he's the first person, if somebody walks in the room and they're looking down, he would be the first person to go up and hug that person and check and say that they're okay. And I really love that about him. He does look out for his fellow ambassadors. And he said some really, really wonderful things in our circle before we came down. I'm not going to share those because that circle is private. But if you want to ask him later, what did you share? That's on him. So I just want to say, we got to work together for 2 years, which was awesome. Just wanted here. But I'm going to miss your energy and enthusiasm and your zeal. Zeal, yeah, zeal. It rhymes with teal. Go look it up. Cornell Broadway. This is Callie Gola. Callie has been singing for 4 years. She started off in chorus, which is our beginning point. And she came in, she told us the story. She came in, she's like, none of my friends wanted to do it with me. I'm like, your friends are stupid. She came in and sang, and was a shy freshman, kind of alone in this class. And she worked really hard, and she auditioned and got into our women's choir, which is by audition. And she worked really hard in that choir, and spent a year in that choir, and then auditioned for ambassadors. And for the past 2 years, she's been working really hard in this ensemble. And if you missed last night, you would have saw Callie rock her senior solo and play piano, which is 90 minutes. What I'm going to miss about Callie is how she started her high school career being very shy and not looking at me in the eye when I would wait outside my door for class to start. She would walk, I'm straight. And I was like, yo, Kevin, up here. And eventually, like now, like she's not intimidated anymore. You know? So anyway, I'm gonna miss Callie for the person that she has become, and for the role model that she has been to other people. That if you kind of start, not sure, and you work really hard, and you keep working really hard, and you keep working really hard, then eventually, maybe with a little bit of luck, you can get to where you want to be, because that's what she did. So this is kind of the goal. Before I forget. Top 10, top 10, top 10. Music makes you smarter. These next two guys have been with me ever since they were this big and this big. Not joking. I use threats and intimidation a lot as a teaching technique. Colin told this wonderful story about their freshman year. They were getting ready for the show, and I told the kid, I'm like, guys, like if you walk out on stage in a black suit and white socks, I will just straight up punch him in the throat. Black socks. Colin goes into the dressing room and is freaking out because he has no black socks. Grabs a pair of black socks that were on the dressing room counter. They were Jack's. I was this close to getting a Sharpie and coloring Jack. Because he didn't have black socks. Yeah. And I'm sorry I'm kind of doing this together, but it's hard to separate them because ever since they were freshmen, they've kind of been inseparable. They have been there for each other. They programmed our lights for the past 3 years. This friendship has happened here. Maybe it didn't happen here, but it certainly grew here. And so Jack and Colin have been just fixtures. And as a teacher in this building, it's hard because you're very careful about getting too attached to students because you know in 4 years they're gone. And that's hard. If you're a parent and you've ever sent a kid off to college, you know what I'm talking about. That's what it feels like every year. And so I would try to build up kind of a wall, an emotional wall, and not get too attached because I just couldn't stand the thought of losing people every year. And my wife, who's way smarter than I am, said, you know you're missing out on a lot by doing it that way, right? And I was like, yeah. So I've tried a little bit more to open up a little bit more. And I can tell you, in no uncertain terms, that I absolutely just love these guys. And if they call me up in the middle of the night and I'm like, Mr. Wright, I got no place else to go. I'm like, come on over to my house and figure it out. They're two awesome gentlemen, and they've grown into these just wonderful, wonderful dudes and have been such great leaders to the people behind me. And I'm not gonna cry. I know you were thinking I was. I'm not, because I'm hard and cold. But, on all honesty, from the bottom of my heart, to you two guys, I want to say thank you for 4 awesome years. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your high school experience. Thank you for passing on all of the awesome stuff that you learned to these people because our group next year will be better because you were here being leaders. And whatever you do, there is no doubt in my mind, and I don't think there's any doubt in the minds of the people on the stage or in the audience, that whatever you do, you are going to be rock stars. Ladies and gentlemen, John Fenton and Colin Hodgkin. And so, Alex has been waiting patiently over here. And so, if you spent 4 years in Ambassadors, we get you a plaque. And we get your name on it. And we put on the shows that you did, the years that you did, in recognition of your support and commitment to this group. So I want to present Colin Hodgkin and Jack Kenny with their 4-year plaques. Thank you. Seniors, you can go ahead and take your place back.